told you we was going to get a new update video on that Remington 03A3 that I showed you a few weeks ago. And this is it. So, long story, I'll make it as short as I can. A couple weeks after I originally did the video on this, there was a gun show that was down in downtown Phoenix. It's actually the biggest show that we have here in the state, and it just happened to coincide. So I went down there and had to ask almost everybody in the place if they had a stock for an 03A3, and nobody did except for one guy. And this is it. This is an 03A3 stock. It doesn't have the hump like you see a lot of them do right here. I'm fine with it. But so it came with the stock. What was interesting is he had just found it in a barn a few days prior and brought the show to see if anyone wanted it. He left all the hardware on it that was on it. Somebody had literally taken the parts out that I already had and left everything else, which is really weird, but it almost finished the gun. It almost, I would say buying that made it 90% complete. After that, I just went online. I was able to order the remainder of the pieces, and I assembled the entire weapon. It's good shape. Everything feels good. It's really nice. It's a nice, tight weapon. So this one, like I said, is from February 45. Did not see World War II action. Could have, after doing more research, it could have been used in either Vietnam or Korea, or more likely was part of a land lease program, lease program, where they actually would loan it to or lease it to a foreign government that so their military could use it. So anyhow, we took it out. We took a shooting last weekend. I was really concerned because it's got a wood stock with a steel butt plate. I was afraid it's going to kick me. I mean, it's a 30-06. It's not a small round, and I was a tad bit concerned on it. Nice thing about it is it just set right down, shot beautifully. The first shot, I just kind of aimed it up, pulled my head back, pulled the trigger, and prayed for the best. Because, I mean, I was pretty sure the gun was in good shape, but you never know. There could be something that's you don't see in the barrel, or, I'm like a crack in the metal or something. First round fired beautifully, so I started shooting at targets. And first target, I kind of jumped because, again, still kind of concerned about the recoil, and missed. And then after that, it's just bullseyes. So, which tells me that the sight, which I put on, now this rear sight is a replacement, and it is a reproduction. It's not an original. The reason is I'm getting older. My eyes are getting much worse. The reproductions have really nice white lines to make it much easier, and they also have to adjust your windage and your distance. So I was really concerned about that because I hate the way these sights get put on. What you do is you put it on, you wiggle on a little bit, and you gently get it into place so it holds there. It goes maybe an eighth of the way. And then you grab a big old rubber mallet and you beat the crap out of it. And you hope you don't bend it or break it. And then you never know if you have it exactly right, because you can't see. On this particular one, I can't see. There's a line that shows me the center of the rear sight that's back here. But there's supposed to be an aligning mark that's actually on the weapon, and I can't see it. It's not there. So I couldn't line it up, so I just did the best I could, and apparently it's pretty good because I'm able to hit bullseyes pretty easily. And actually, I'm going to take it out, and I'm going to range this out to about 200 yards. So, really happy with it. I'm missing one piece still, which is, there's a ring right here. I can't think of it. It goes up here. It looks like one of these for your sling, but it's got a split right here. And what it's for is you attach 3 guns together, and you can stand them up so that when soldiers want to sleep, their guns can be standing up out of the elements. Not really too concerned about replacing that. I don't see myself buying 2 more of these anytime in the future, so I don't need to stand them up. One last thing, I want your opinion on it. So this is a Remington. The stock is actually Remington. Same as the bolt. Most of the mechanics are Remington on it. I ordered a long time ago a new butt plate. This is a pretty nice butt plate. There's no rust, no marks. The parkerizing is still in good condition. It's a nice looking butt plate, but it's not a Remington. I do have this one. This is a Remington. It's got quite a bit of surface rust on it, and the finish is pretty worn. And I mean, this is going to be a shooter. This isn't. I'm not going for like an original, or trying to be really specific as to what was on this gun when it was built. Because A, it's really, really hard to find out because of when this was built, and B, because I want a 30-06 I can shoot. But would you go back to the original Remington butt plate so it matches the rest of the gun? I mean, this is exactly the same butt plate. It just doesn't have an R stamped into it. Or would you stay with the nicer one that doesn't match the rest of the gun? That is an interesting question. I've been kind of back and forth because I do like to stay original when I can, but at the same time, I also like to have the nicer when I can too. So I don't know. Here's a couple clips of me firing this sucker. Thanks again. Have a great day.